Hello and welcome to another episode of Talkin Yanks, brought to you by DraftKings. We are doing another player profile and projection, and this time it's a dual episode. We're talking about Nick Nelson and Johnny Loáisiga. One of these guys is from the United States, another guy is from Nicaragua. Let's go to Mo for the stats. Mo!
Johnny Loáisiga has joined us all the way from Nicaragua to pitch for the Yankees for the past couple seasons. All of the arm talent in the world, haven't quite seen the results, even though the Yankees use him like they have.
Thank you, Mo!
Okay, guts.
Two guys that I think are going to be in the same-ish repertoire. Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of research. I pulled up a tweet. I'm starting with Loáisiga.
Tweet.
So that for anyone, back up.
Back
up. Go to the beginning. Both think these guys are going to be backup bullpen guys, asked to go multiple innings with hopes that they can show themselves to become one-inning guys and get big outs in the playoffs. Last year, they thought Loáisiga showed them that, and they used him in spots in the postseason. He didn't come through. And I didn't get it, and I don't get it. And they used him before they used Ottavino. And I didn't get it, and I don't get it. And that's the Loáisiga. Nick Nelson they used last year. He pitched like 20 innings. Pitched a lot for a reliever in a shortened season. And sans one outing, which even if you watch that outing, the results don't match up what the results were because all ground balls that the infielders just booted left and right, and they kept him in. His stats were pretty good last year, and I like Nick Nelson. I like Johnny Loáisiga's stuff, and they love his fastball, Jake, and it sucks. He is a spin rate guy where he gets 2,300 spins on his four-seam. 24 is where you start getting very impressed, right? So they think that, but he just can't, I don't know, he can't replete his delivery, can't hit his spots. I mean, it's not really a good pitch.
Wow, coming in hot. Yeah, I mean.
In 2019, it had a 354 batting average against, a 729 slugging against his four-seam fastball. Last year, those got better, shortened season, but they ticked up his sinker last year in hopes that would help the four-seamer perform better. Instead, he had two fastballs that got, slugged in the 400s.
Yeah, I think the pitch mix will be interesting to track this year as it goes, Jim, and it's all about spin, whether it's pitching or talent or zones. He was top 5% of the league last year in exit velo. He was top 5% in hard hit percentage. So Johnny Lasagna, his fastball velocity ranks 93rd percentile. His exit velocity, 95%. Hard rate, 95th percentile. The talent's been there with Johnny. We've seen it. I've been a Johnny Laza drooler, man. I wanted him to kick him back to starter. They started doing, he's never pitched a lot of innings at any level, partially due to injuries, then due to weird years and how the Yankees have used him. That ship has sailed. I think he has all the talent in the world. I think the postseason usage, it's one of those weird things where, and we get mad at him because he was in that situation, but at the same time, we wanted Ottavino, nothing Johnny Lasagna had shown him he should have been in that situation. That doesn't excuse you for getting knocked around, but, it's playoff baseball and all that. So, I don't know. Johnny Lasagna, if you remember, he originally got called up because he was on the 40-man to be protected. He was not supposed to be pitching Major League Baseball. We saw the arm talent. He's 26 years old. He's a year older than Nick Nelson. We've just seen a lot more of Johnny Lasagna. And I don't know, man. The Yankees have messed around still. They talk about him sometimes like a starter, even though it's just opening. Johnny Lasagna's got a fastball. He's got a curve. He's got a changeup. I think all of them are good pitches. Let's use him in the bullpen in some leverage situations in the fifth inning when you need 2 outs to see if he could do it, because we really haven't.
Say that again. When are you using him?
5th or 6th inning. You need some outs.
That's what they used him last year.
it starts ticking up to higher leverage when you got guys getting rested or someone pitches a back-to-back and things like that. But, I don't think we have him jumping some of the veterans on this team. I would love if he could. He's got the arm talent too, but he hasn't shown us that yet.
8 of his 12 outings last year were in the 4th, 5th, or 6th in a tie game or ahead by 1 or 2. So you don't trust the starter, but you can't use the back-end guys. And I think that's where they're going to try to use him again this year.
Right.
You say every pitch is good, and the fastball has the miles per hour and the spin rate, but it doesn't have the results. And that's where is he breaking the mold of StatCast? Guess his whiff rate on his fastball last year.
26%.
Chad Green is 31% with his.
An elite fastball.
Yeah.
That's one of the game's best.
Yeah. Jonathan Holder's 20% with his. No, Jonathan Holder's 20% with his. Jonathan Holder in 2019 was 26% with his, and that's not an elite fastball.
Johnny Holder.
Jonathan Loáisiga, 15% whiff rate. They just don't swing and miss at his fastball.
Yeah.
It's either a ball or they barrel it up. So we need another level of development here. And I feel like they threw him into the postseason and big innings last year before that level of development.
Development's the perfect word, Jim.
Yeah. I just need to see a little more before we go back to giving him tie games in the 5th or 6th inning.
Well, that's where I feel like now we're walking all over ourselves because it seems like they did that last year, but they also didn't. And then in the postseason, they do it, but it doesn't feel the same. I don't know, man. You're 26 now, Johnny. You got 162 coming up. The Yanks are going to need innings. Be a multiple inning weapon for us, and that's kind of why we have him lumped with Nick Nelson, because these are kind of these are the 2 puppy dogs that should be around the bullpen the most. That it's hey, who's gonna earn our trust?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The other problem is his curveball. Was worse than his fastballs last year. 750 slugging against his curveball. It's pretty high.
It's a small sample.
Of course. It's what we're going off, though. That's the sample that they used him in the postseason. That was so confusing. Right. And that's still just have a bad taste in my mouth about that.
And we know, the Yankees analytics team, they don't say they're sauce, but if you look at the exit velo Johnny was giving up and the hard hit rate, that's why they believed in him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the recipe's there. The end result.
We need to see it. The Johnny Lasagna innings thing. We stumbled into this one, a random midseason Talkin Yanks episode one year, I think. Johnny Laza pitched 23 innings last year. Sure, everyone got messed up with. 2019, 31 innings with the big league team. 2018, 24 innings with the big league team. He had an injury history leading up to that. Johnny Lasagna's professional innings pitched over the past 5 years would shock people. I was going to go back to 2013, which is too far, but go check out Johnny Lasagna's baseball reference. For how much he's been around, he has not pitched a lot of baseball. And I think that probably ties into your fastball numbers and the curveball numbers.
Yeah.
His actual gameplay, the stuff we talk about Florial, getting game action. For a 26-year-old player who's been a part of 3 big league seasons, Johnny Lasagna hasn't played a ton of baseball.
That's crazy. So what do you think? How many innings do you think he's going to get this year? I think they're going to use him as a 1-inning guy.
I think they want to push for the 2 innings.
The other guy we have on here, I think him and Sessa are going to be the multiple inning guys, and I think they're going to use Loáisiga as a 1-inning guy. That's just my guess. Nick Nelson kind of came out of a little bit of nowhere. You didn't think he was going to get 20 innings last year for sure. And he was kind of a mainstay all of August and all of September. And, he came into games early if you needed. Majority of the games he came into were in the 4th, 5th, or 6th inning. I think 7 of his 11 were the 4th, 5th, 6th inning. And he was coming in when they were down. He was an innings eater for them.
Yeah.
He only had 2 appearances where they were up by 3 or less. So that wasn't his role.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be in that role again, like kind of an innings eater when you're like losing by 3 or less. It's close, but it's not crazy bad yet. I like Nick Nelson. He has that one game last year where it's just like 5 singles in a row of bad defense. Kind of they left him out there to die, and that ruins his ERA. I think my butter knife ERA for him would be a 2.37 if that outing didn't exist. With that outing, it jumps all the way up to a 4.79. Now, they're going to start Loáisiga as the one-inning guy in my head, I think.
In your head.
And they're going to start Nelson as the multiple innings. And who knows if Nelson can become this guy, but it would be cool if he became a Holder, Chad Green in 2017. That's too tall. But you get what I'm saying. Like, he can become, okay, I'm the two-out guy in a tie game or one-run game where we're winning or losing in the playoffs that can give the ball to Chad, Britton, the back-end guys.
Yeah, the only thing I'd stop you on the Loáisiga one-inning thing is that, we're going to need innings this year. I think they want guys to be stretched out for a little bit. So to start the year, I think Johnny's stretched for 2. We'll see what happens there. Nick Nelson, they've had him working out with the starters a lot. His appearances last year, the pitch counts got big. Like you're mentioning, a lot of the games weren't the most competitive games of the Yankees season.
It was, we don't care what happens. Go get these
so,
outs.
He had, half of his 7 of his 11 appearances, he threw 38 bullets or more. So they used him.
How many innings do you think Loáisiga can pitch this year? That's why I think they won't even stretch him out, because if they want him around in September and October, they can't stretch him out early. I think he's got like 60 max.
Yeah, I was going to say that's kind of the reliever number, and that's the one-inning reliever number, but I think they use Johnny Lasagna differently. Like, I think, Zach Britton, we expect to pitch back-to-back days and pitch 1 inning. I think Johnny Lasagna's pitches 2 innings, he throws 40 bullets, and then he sits 3 days.
So Chad Green in 2017, where it was like a Chad day. It was like Chad knew every 3 days he was
kind of, but Chad Green was so special that year that I don't.
But no, just the routine of how they used him.
I think
Chad's
they were like
a little
Chad
bit
days.
different because it was like he was good enough that you like game plan for.
He threw
him.
69 innings, so it's a good innings comparison.
Yeah,
and I think the usage is there.
It's in that reliever number.
Not to spoil things for you, Lasagna is projected for 69 innings exactly.
Look at that.
Nice.
So
Hot.
that's pretty nice.
So yeah, no, it's right in that range. It's just I have it as a different usage. I think he's the 2 innings this day. We needed it.
Well, I think the difference here is it's tripping you up is that they use Chad on winning days every 3 days. I'm just talking about the schedule. Like Chad was on a schedule in 2017.
Yeah, I don't have Johnny on schedule. I think Johnny's still got to get them out of some like spots.
If you have him going 3 innings, it's kind of like schedule.
Yeah, not really in my head. I guess that's the thing. We don't know. There's a lot of ways Johnny and Nick's year can go. And I think, hey, there's a lot of people on the Nick Nelson train, and I'm there too, man. You see the arm talent. There's a power changeup. I think we saw it last spring training hitting 91, and it was darting. And that's how he won over Yankee fans last year. So Nick Nelson can do some things. It'd be interesting to see. We just watched a righty with a good changeup for a couple years in Tommy Kahnle, and we've seen that become what that could do to lefties. Does Nick Nelson ever stumble into that kind of role? Could he be good enough this year at one thing? Maybe it is that changeup to lefties where he becomes a weapon in that way. I don't know. There's definitely a possibility for it, but I think these guys are both going to be in kind of a, the rest of the bullpen's tired. We're going to need a couple today, kid. Go get them.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think they want Loáisiga to be that guy. I wouldn't be shocked if they use Loáisiga as, early on in the season, they're going to go like 5 and fly, if that. And then you have Chapman, Britton, Chad, Wilson,
O'Day.
That's 5 guys, but you're not going to use all of those every single day.
Right.
So you're going to need 6-inning, 7-inning guys in this beginning. I think out the gate, they probably have Loáisiga schedule as that guy because they used him that way the last time they used him.
Yeah. Yeah. No, if especially early in this year, if we're doing the starting pitchers are only going X amount of pitches and stuff, like you're going to see, I think Sessa, Nelson, and Loáisiga are the connectors because all those other veterans have themselves as high leverage, big out guys.
Yeah. I maybe mixed the two seam up even more. It didn't have great results either. That's what I need. Like, Loáisiga seems like he should be very good when you watch him pitch. Every now and then you see a pitch and you're like, damn. But it hasn't always been that way.
No. I love the talent, man. I love the talent. It's getting to the point where we got to see a little something. But then I do see his age, and it's like, oh, he's 26. I forget we saw him originally so young.
As a phantom DL in his future this season.
You're going there.
Well, if he's pitching really well and you want him for the postseason, he's never thrown more than 31 innings in a season.
I think those are major league innings. I think if you combine minor leagues, he's...
So what's he at then?
Like in 2018, he threw 56 minor league innings and 24 with the Yankees. So that's math pod, 80 innings.
All right, well, that's much better. That's still 2018.
We're still a while away from that.
If you have like a cap, I don't know, and you're like, hey, we got to get this guy fresh for October.
Could see it. The whole pitching's going to be a juggle because you can say that with any pitcher really this year.
Yeah. Not the main guys. I think they'll be the normal.
Or the main guy's goal.
No,
the relievers, the
main
bullpen,
five relievers. I think they'll be
treated
treated like a normal season.
Pitchers, yeah.
No. All right. Nelson, I like like we said, he throws like 97. His changeup's like 91. Those seem pretty close. Maybe the changeup sat 88, but in spring training it was 91.
He was juiced up.
I like Nelson. I'd like for those guys to not be and they will be like go get outs no matter what. Because when you're in that position, you're not going to have great numbers.
Know what this is going to be? The times that we need you. When the rest of the bullpen's tired and it's your guys' day, we do this on the pregame show, and it's like, oh boy, it's going to be Johnny or Nelly. Make sure you have your good day that day.
Well, we haven't even talked about Sessa.
Yeah.
But 2019 Sessa was... Did we do Sessa's PvP already?
Latin Andy Pettit?
Yeah, we did.
Hot as hell.
His 2019 season, just have Sessa do that, or have Nelson do that.
It's the model. That was a good year.
Yeah, it was a good year, but he pitched a lot in the fourth and the fifth inning, multiple innings, a lot in losing efforts, and didn't get that many high leverage innings. That can be Nelson's year.
Sessa's been solid the past 2 years, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's nuts. Strive to be Luis Sessa. Who would have thought?
Not me.
That would happen on Talkin Yanks. Baseball!
Thanks, guys. Did we do their projected? Did we do maxes? Did we do anything? Do I have to pause the music? Did we do max? What's maxes over unders? Our bad.
Nick Nelson is projected for...
Read that reliability number on Nick Nelson.
Nick Nelson's reliability is 18%. So just draw it up on the back of a napkin. 53 innings, a 4.42 ERA.
52 innings?
53.
Sure. Oh, okay, sure.
Strikeout
What about
per?
Are you asking for projections or do you want over-unders?
Johnny Loáisiga's projections from Baseball Reference, 36 reliability, so basically in stone for them. 69 innings with a 4.3.
69 innings.
We would very much take that.
Yeah,
I think.
that sounds nice.
Loáisiga over-under from Max, 12.5 games of 2+ innings pitched.
12.
I said that like there's more to the sentence. There isn't.
What? Say it again. 12 and a half.
12.5 games with 2+ innings pitched.
2 plus.
2 plus?
Under.
Yeah, I'm probably under. 2 plus? Oh, he had a couple 3 and...
Loáisiga, that's for, or Nelson?
That's Loáisiga.
Under. Sessa had 13 2+ outings in his good 2019 year, and he pitched 80 innings and under.
Loáisiga had 4 of those outings last year that were 2+.
If they want him to last all season and in the postseason, under.
That's true. I could see them looking out for that.
He's had so much.
Yeah, I think under's the lean.
And Nelson is 19.5 appearances.
Over. He did 20.
He
He did 20 last year. Yeah, over.
No, 11 appearances last year. 20 innings.
So
But
19
still,
appearances. Yeah,
Still.
11 and 60, 19 and
Gonna
160.
need bodies.
Yeah, over. Cool. All right. Time for the music.
Music.